William Beardmore and Company was a Scottish engineering and shipbuilding conglomerate based in Glasgow and the surrounding Clydeside area. It was active from 1886 to the mid-1930s and at its peak employed about 40,000 people. It was founded and owned by William Beardmore, later Lord Inverness, after whom the Beardmore Glacier was named. History. Forged steel castings, armour plate and naval guns. The Parkhead Forge, in the east end of Glasgow, became the core of the company. It was established by Rieck Brothers & Co. in 1837 and was later acquired by Robert Napier in 1841 to make forgings and iron plates for his new shipyard in Govan. Napier was given the contract to build HMS Black Prince, sister ship to the Royal Navy's first true ironclad warship, HMS Warrior. Parkhead was contracted to make the armour for her, but failed, so the manager, William Rigby, called in William Beardmore SNR, who at the time was superintendent of the General Steam Navigation Company in Deptford, to help. Beardmore became a partner in the business and, moving to Glasgow, was joined by his brother Isaac and son, William Jr. On the premature death of William SNR, Isaac retired and William Jr. became sole partner. He founded William Beardmore & Co. in 1886. By 1896 the works covered an area of 25 acres 10 hectares and was the largest steelworks in Scotland, specialising in the manufacture of steel forgings for the shipbuilding industry of the River Clyde. By this time they had begun the manufacture of steel armour plate and later diversified into the manufacture of heavy naval guns, such as the BL 9.2-inch gun MKI-XX and BL 15-inch MKI naval gun. Shipbuilding. In 1900, Beardmore took over the shipyard of Robert Napier and Sons in Govan, a logical diversification from the company's core steel forgings business. In 1900, Beardmore also began construction of what would become the Naval Construction Yard, at Dalmuir in West Clydebank, the largest and most advanced shipyard in the United Kingdom at the time. HMS Agamemnon was the yard's first order to complete, in 1906. Beardmore eventually sold the company's Govan shipyard to Harland & Wolff in 1912. Other notable warships produced by Beardmore's at Dalmuir include the dreadnoughts HMS Conqueror 1911, HMS Benbow 1913, and HMS Ramillies 1917. In 1917 Beardmore completed the aircraft carrier HMS Argus, the first carrier to have a full-length flight deck. Beardmore expanded the activities at Dalmuir to include the manufacture of all sorts of arms and armaments, the site employing 13,000 people at its peak. The post-war recession hit the firm hard, and the shipyard was forced to close in 1930. Part of the site and some of the existing buildings later became incorporated into ROF Dalmuir, part was used by the General Post Office for their cable-laying ships. Merchant ships. Beardmore also built oil tankers, including British Commerce, British Tanker Company, 1922, British Enterprise, British Tanker Company, 1921, British Merchant, British Tanker Company, 1922, British Trader, British Tanker Company, 1921. Railway locomotives. An attempt was made during the 1920s to diversify into the manufacture of railway locomotives at Dalmuir. 24 tender locomotives were built for the Great Eastern Railway as part of their Class S69. 90 London and North Western Railway Prince of Wales class locomotives were built between 1921 and 1922, along with an extra exhibition locomotive for the LNWR's successor, the London, Midland and Scottish Railway in 1924. They also built 90 Ginty tank engine for the LMS between 1928 and 1929. Beardmore's locomotive production was small compared with the established competition. In concert with US and Canadian Westinghouse, diesel engines were developed and installed for railway self-propelled car use. Canadian National Railways had 2 articulated cars powered with Beardmore 320 horsepower engines, 8 cars with 185 horsepower engines, and 7 cars with 300 horsepower engines. Several American railroads had self-propelled cars fitted with Westinghouse engines derived from Beardmore designs. Aviation. The company first became involved in aviation in 1913, when it acquired British manufacturing rights for Austro-Daimler Aero engines and later those for DFW aircraft. It later built Sopwith Pup aircraft at Dalmuir under license. Later, a shipborne version of the Pup, the Beardmore WB-3, was designed by the company. 100 of these aircraft were produced and delivered to the Royal Naval Air Service (RNAS). Beardmore also built 50 of the Newport 12 under license, incorporating many of their own refinements. However, production was delayed sufficiently that by the time they entered service the aircraft were obsolete and were primarily relegated to training duties or placed into storage and never used. The company built and ran the Inchinnan Airship Constructional Station at Inchinnan in Renfrewshire. It produced the airships R-27, R-32, R-34 and R-36. In 1924, the company acquired a license for stressed skin construction using the Rohrbach principles. An order for 2 flying boats using this construction idea was placed with Beardmore. It had the first aircraft built for it by the Rohrbach Metal Aeroplane Company in Copenhagen, building the second itself, and they were delivered to the RAF as the Beardmore Inverness. In addition, a large, experimental, all-metal trimotor transport aircraft was designed and built at Dalmuir and delivered to the Royal Air Force as the Beardmore Inflexible. Beardmore produced a line of aircraft engines, including the Cyclone, Meteor, Simoon, Tornado used in the R-101 airship, Typhoon and Whirlwind. Aircraft. Own designs. Beardmore WB-1, Beardmore WB-1A, Beardmore WB-2, Beardmore WB-3 most successful design, Beardmore WB-IV, Beardmore WB-V, Beardmore WB-VI, Beardmore WB-24 WB, Beardmore WB-26. Licensed designs. Beardmore Inflexible Rohrbach, Beardmore Inverness Rohrbach Row IV, Handley Page V 1500, Newport 12, Royal Aircraft Factory BE 2C, Sopwith Camel, Sopwith Pup, White Seaplane. Aircraft engine. Beardmore Adriatic engine. Airships. R-24R, R-27, R-32 airship, R-34 airship, R-36 airship. Road vehicles. In 1917, Beardmore bought Sentinel Wagon Works, a manufacturer of steam-powered railway locomotives, railcars and road vehicles. In 1919 a range of cars was announced, to be made by a subsidiary company, Beardmore Motors Limited, based in factories in Glasgow and the surrounding area, Anniesland, Coatbridge and Paisley. Cars and taxis. After the Great War, Beardmore manufactured cars and London-type taxis under their own name. The first car was the 1486 cc, four-cylinder 11.4, which had a four-cylinder overhead camshaft (OHC) engine. It was manufactured at Anniesland, Glasgow and introduced at Olympia in 1919. The shaft drive to the camshaft proved to be unreliable and it was replaced by a chain. The engine was increased in capacity to 1,854 cc and the car, renamed as the 12/30, was introduced in June 1923. This new engine was used, in 1923 in the new Super Sports. It was priced at £750 and each car came with a certificate that guaranteed that it had been driven around Brooklands track at 70 miles per hour, 110 kilometers per hour. A highly modified version of the Super Sports, with a 2-litre engine broke the course record at the Shelsley Walsh Hill climb in 1924. The Anniesland factory was closed by 1925 and car production was moved to the taxi factory at Paisley, where a new model, the 14.40, with a cider-valve engine of 2,297 cc with an aluminium cylinder head was introduced. The engine was increased to 2,391 cc in 1925 and the car redesignated the 16.40. Two standard bodies were offered, the Stewart Saloon and the Lomond Limousine. A large car, the four-cylinder 4072 cc 30 was made at Coatbridge in 1920 but it was unsuccessful and was discontinued. Production of the Beardmore taxi began at Paisley in 1919 with what became known retrospectively as the Mk1. This was designed to meet the Metropolitan Police conditions of fitness for London taxis. It was a very tough and reliable vehicle and it earned itself the name of the Rolls-Royce of taxicabs. A car version, the Country and Colonial model was also made, as was a light van. It was replaced in 1923 by the Mk2, which had an all-new chassis, which it shared with a new range of light trucks and buses. Following a change in the conditions of fitness, Beardmore introduced a new model, the Mk3 Hyper. This had a smaller, 2-litre cider-valve engine and was lighter and more economical to run. Following the removal of William Beardmore from the board of his company in 1929, Beardmore Motors was bought out by its directors, and taxi production was moved from Scotland to Hendon, North London. Here in 1932 a new model, the Mk4 Paramount was introduced, which was essentially an updated Mk3 with a 2-litre engine and gearbox. In 1935, the Mk5 Paramount Ace, with a new, longer wheelbase chassis was introduced, with the same engine. It was followed in 1938 by the Mk6 Ace, which had detail refinements. The 1930s Beardmore became known as the Greengrocer's Barrow, because all the best things were in front. After the Second World War, Beardmore Motors sold and serviced the new Nuffield Oxford cab, until the newly formed British Motor Corporation axed it in favour of their own Austin FX3. Beardmore Motors then returned to making their own cabs. The model they introduced, in 1954 was the Mk7 Paramount, which had a traditional style coach-built body, of aluminium panels over an ash frame, built by Windover. The engine was from a Mk1 Ford Consul, later, a Mk2 Consul and finally a Ford Zephyr 4, but a Perkins 4.99 diesel was offered from 1956. In the same year, body production was taken over by Weyman at Addlestone. Production of the entire cab was soon moved there. In 1966, when Metropolitan Camel bought Weyman, taxi production was moved to MCW's factory at Washwood Heath, Birmingham, where it ended in late 1966. Final production of the Mk7 amounted to just over 650 cabs. Motorcycles. Between 1921 and 1924, Beardmore took over building the precision range of motorcycles that had been developed by Frank Baker, selling them as Beardmore Precision. Engine sizes ranged from 250 cc to 600 cc. They also supplied the engines to several cycle car manufacturers. After Beardmore stopped manufacture, Baker set up his own company again and restarted production. Diesel engines. Although heavy oil engines had been built from the early years of the century for power generation purposes, a range of automotive diesels was under development at the time of the financial crisis. The Bank of England commissioned consulting engineer Harry Ricardo to assess these, and he gave a mostly favourable report. The largest customer for the Dalmuir built Beardmore engine was Glasgow Corporation, who took 36-cylinder 90 bhp engines in Albion Ventura M81 chassis during 1934, but reliability was so poor that by 5 years later all had been replaced by Leyland 8.6-litre units. Decline and demise. Beardmore's various companies became unprofitable in the post-WW1 slump, resulting in the company facing bankruptcy. Financial aid initially came from Vickers Limited, which took a 60% stake in Beardmore's, before pulling out in the late 1920s. Beardmore himself was removed from executive control of his company by the Bank of England. Most of Beardmore's various businesses were wound down over the next few years until Beardmore's retirement and death in 1936, although some persisted. Dalmuir Shipyard. The crisis in the British shipbuilding industry after the First World War resulted in the formation of a company with the purpose of taking control of and eliminating loss-making shipyards to reduce capacity and competition. National Shipbuilders Securities Limited, under Sir James Lithgow of shipbuilding giant Lithgows, Limited. The former bought Beardmore's Dalmuir Yard in 1930 and the yard was closed and its facilities dismantled, although various maritime engineering works persisted on the site until 1936. The Dalmuir site was re-established as ROF Dalmuir in 1939 however, and was later sold to Babcock and Wilcox in 1957 to supplement their main factory in Renfrew during a peak in power station building in the 1960s, who continued to operate there until returning all manufacturing to their Renfrew works in 1969. During the 1970s the site was converted into the Clydebank Industrial Estate and in recent years has also formed the location of the Golden Jubilee Hospital and the Beardmore Hotel. Parkhead Forge. Sir James Lithgow purchased Beardmore debentures from the Bank of England on favourable terms in 1934, taking control of Beardmore's iron and steel assets including, the former centrepiece of the Beardmore Empire, the Parkhead Forge. It was at Parkhead Forge that James spotted young engineering manager Ian McGregor, who broke a strike by driving a crane himself for 2 weeks. James accelerated his career and McGregor went on himself to be a major industrial figure. After Parkhead Forge was nationalised by the Iron and Steel Corporation of Great Britain between 1951 and 1954, it was acquired by Sheffield-based Firth Brown Steels in 1957, before the forge was finally closed in 1983, with Firth Brown consolidating its operations in Sheffield. The land later became the Forge Shopping Centre, which opened in 1988. Archives. The archives of William Beardmore and Company are maintained by the Archives of the University of Glasgow (GWAS). See also: Beardmore Precision Motorcycles, Arthur McManus and David Kirkwood, notable Scottish socialists and trade unionists active in the Beardmore workforce. Timeline of hydrogen technologies. Notes. Bibliography. Body: M.G., Brown, W.A., Fry, E.V., Hennigan, W., Hull, Ken, Manners, F., Neve, E., Platt, E.N.T., Proud, P., Yeadon, W.B. March 1975. Fry, E.V., ed. Locomotives of the LNER, Part 2b, Tender Engines, Classes B1 to B19. Lincoln, RCTS. ISBN 0-901115-73-8. Giordano, Nick. 1972. A History of the London Taxi. David and Charles. ISBN 0-7153-5687-9. Hughes, Hugh. 1979. Steam Locomotives in India, Part 3. Broad Gauge. The Continental Railway Circle. ISBN 0-9503469-4-2. Hughes, Hugh. 1990. Indian Locomotives, Part 1. Broad Gauge 1853–1940. The Continental Railway Circle. ISBN 0-9503469-8-5. Hughes, Hugh. 1992. Indian Locomotives, Part 2. Meter Gauge 1872–1940. The Continental Railway Circle. ISBN 0-9503469-9-3. Hughes, Hugh. 1996. Indian Locomotives, Part 4. 1941-1990. The Continental Railway Circle. ISBN 0-9521655-1-1. Hume, John R., Moss, Michael S. Beardmore, The History of a Scottish Industrial Giant. Heinemann. ISBN 0-435-32589-2. Hurst, K. A. 2003. William Beardmore, Transport is the Thing. NMSE Publishing. ISBN 1-901663-53-1. Johnston, Ian. 1993. Beardmore Built, The Rise and Fall of a Clydeside Shipyard. Clydebank District Libraries and Museums Department. ISBN 0-906938-05-8. Mackay, Charles. 2012. Beardmore Aviation 1913–1930. A. Mackay. ISBN 978-0-9573443-0-3. May, CAN. Shell C. Walsh G. T. Fowles. Munro, Bill. 2011. London Taxis, A Full History. Earlswood Press. ISBN 978-0-9562308-2-9. Rowledge, J. W. P. 1975. Engines of the LMS built 1923–51. Oxford Publishing Company. ISBN 0-902888-59-5. Thomas, R. D., Patterson, B. 1998. Dreadnoughts in Camera 1905–1920. Sutton Publishing. Further reading. Johnston, Ian, Buxton, Ian. 2013. The Battleship Builders, Constructing and Arming British Capital Ships hardback. Annapolis, Maryland, Naval Institute Press. ISBN 978-1-59114-027-6. External links: Beardmore diesel electric train, Beardmore precision motorcycle, Clyde-built ships database, The Jamies Caird Society, documents and clippings about William Beardmore and Company in the 20th Century Press Archives of the German National Library of Economics (ZBW).